It's been great. It's been great. I see life a little differently. You know, I know that out here I hear a lot of people complaining about a lot of things, and every time I hear people complain, I think about these guys that are on death row, and I say to myself, you know, if you just could wake up one day in these guys' shoes, you realize you don't have anything to complain about, because whatever it is that you out here complaining about, you have a choice. You can change it. The job is as a mitigating specialist working on death row cases. TDS, we work on death row cases. We provide legal assistance to the attorneys, or we actually take the case ourselves. It depends. But what I'm doing is the investigative work of on cases. I'm doing the mitigation part, where I go and try to find things in their background that could help get them relief. See if there's any mental illness or any abuse or anything in their background that we could bring forward to the court. I dedicated my life to helping people who have been wrongfully convicted. And I've dedicated my life to educating people about this death penalty, because I just really think that it's a threat to our society. And the longer we have it around, the bigger the threat becomes. So, so what I'm doing now is I'm traveling abroad, sharing my story. Going to death row yesterday was just, you know, people thought that I would have a hard time with it because I had been down there so long. But what people didn't realize and didn't know is that the whole time I was down there, when you're innocent, you think about getting out. And the whole time I was down there, I always said, when I get out, this is what I want to do. And I'm going to come back down here. And I'm going to be in my suit. And I'm going to let these guys see me. And I'm going to work on somebody's case. And all that came into fruition yesterday. And that was just, it was totally incredible. DNA is showing us that, you know, so it would be naive for us to think that just because DNA is not in the case that those people are just guilty, you know. DNA is showing us that we have a problem with our criminal justice system. And I definitely believe that people on death row, there are many that are actually innocent, but there are many more that just have really bad cases where they shouldn't have been charged with capital murder, maybe a lesser included offense, but because they didn't have any really good legal attorneys, that they end up getting a death penalty. It's hell. It's hell when you wake up. It's hell when you have to live throughout the day, and it's hell when you lay down at night. It's just total chaos. You wake up at 3 in the morning, you get a breakfast, and they come back around about 5:30. As you know, you're gonna go to recreation. If you decide that you're gonna go, you get up at 6. They dehumanize you by strip searching you and giving you a body cavity search and everything, and then they handcuff you and take you out on the rec yard about before the sun even come up. And after that, they bring you back to your cell, and then they give you a few minutes to get ready. They'll come back and ask you if you want to shower. And of course, you're going to shower. Then they do the same thing, dehumanize you and send you through the whole body cavity search thing, and handcuff you, and then escort you to the shower. After that, you know, you're fed again around 9 o'clock, which is lunch. And other than if you have a legal visit or a regular visit or a doctor's appointment that you have to go to, you just in yourself for the rest of the day. And that's a day on death row. I did a lot of writing and I did a lot of reading. And I bought a radio so that I can listen to sports. I'm a big sports fan, especially Astros, Cowboys, Rockets, you know. And so I used to listen to sports a lot on the radio, kind of just take you away from that place. I wanted to make sure that every day I got up and did something that was going to help me save my life. Whether it's to write 1 letter or 10 letters, I had to do something that was going to help me save my life. After that, then I could deal with the rest of the day. Everybody was asking where my mom, and did my mom know? And I said, I don't know. And Nicole was like, nobody knows. So they wanted me to call my mom, and they handed me a cell phone. But I told him, I don't know how to use no cell phone. 18 years, man. I don't know how to use no cell phone. I'm with this here, So when I got out, I talked to my mom on my attorney's cell phone. And yeah, that was the first thing I did. I called my mom and asked her what was she cooking. Yeah, and told her that I was on my way home. It's like an out-of-body experience. It was so surreal. I couldn't even connect with my own emotions for a while, And it just, all of a sudden, it just started slowly hitting me as I was walking out the gates that, man, this fight is finally over. It's finally over. And then sunshine just hit my face. Freedom. Even when I was doing the 18 years, I did them all one day at a time, And whatever challenges that I had to take on, I took them on. And it's the same thing out here. I just do things one day at a time, one step at a time. I pay attention, try to learn as much as I can about technology, new roads, whatever. Now, don't get me wrong, it's been scary and just really been weird because you would think a man at the age of 45 would have this down. But it's like learning how to walk all over again, It's exciting, but when you stand up and you try to take that first step, it's scary, And I'm taking steps now, so I'm kind of getting in my rhythm. I'm kind of getting my walk down, As far as I know, they amended a piece of legislation that would allow me to receive the compensation, but that bill is now still sitting on Governor Rick Perry's desk. It's been up there since May the 25th. He hasn't signed it or anything. So I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic, but we'll just have to wait and see. I see myself doing this here until the death penalty is abolished. That's it. I want to abolish the death penalty because I know firsthand how barbaric it is. I had 2 execution days. Well, this state here was going to murder me for something I didn't do. And I'd be naive to think that I was the only one down there like that. So if we're killing someone innocent, then the death penalty is not worth it.